see Naruto.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo, coming to you from one of the game's most famous venues, the TPC Sawgrass, home to the Players.
And home of the Players too, the PGA Tour professionals that play the tour. They basically run and own this wonderful venue. It is their championship, and it's one that each one of those players playing here this week would want to win. It might not be considered a major, but the Players, it is their championship.
We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Stepping up to the first tee, sights set on posting another low number here in round 2.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. There's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. This one's looking good.
All right, Eagle on the first hole. That's close though.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Trying to make yet another birdie.
Great start.
Frank, what do you make of the par 5 second?
Doglegs to the left, so there's a decision to be made here all the time, but a good hooking tee shot that takes the trees on the left out of play and even the rough on the right. Good tee shot here. I've seen people get home with as little as a 5-iron.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. And getting ready for the putt. You can't leave an eagle putt short.
Now listen, anytime I left it short, I didn't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody you left it short.
All right, I won't say. Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Setting up for the third hole here at TPC Sawgrass, relatively short par 3 at 177 yards.
But you've got to carry that ball at least 4 or 5 yards onto this green, even when it's firm.
Seems to like it.
Hole in one already. Ooh, that was close though.
Flag stick from that man. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Frank, this is the kind of start every player wants.
Yeah, swinging it well. Certainly hitting the ball in the right place there. And, yep, good thing, too. He's actually putting well.
So much focus here, Frank, on 16, 17, and 18. Number 4 is a hole that gets overlooked, but it's a fun one.
Yeah, the second shot here is more daunting, especially when that flag's on the left. So you really do start looking at that blue stuff, water.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, the second here at the 4th is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? In the hole, and a birdie. Now to the 5th. This long par 4 thought to be one of the most difficult holes on the front side here at the TPC Sawgrass.
If you've got plenty of length in the bag, you can almost take it directly over the bunker on the right. But if you're not as long, you have to air down that left side.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Settles in over the putt. I tell you, he's setting himself up for a good weekend. A former college number 1 makes another birdie. Frank, what do you think of the 6th? Pretty short par 4.
It is, but you come out of that sort of corridor and fairway opens up and then it narrows up, bunkers to be around. Very, very few people hit driver here.
Frank, as we get set for this approach, what does our featured player need to do to regain some of that early round magic?
First, a bit of advice, really. Take a deep breath. Make sure all those bad thoughts get out of your mind. After that hot start, we all know they can play better than this, but they need to relax first of all and then let their game take over again.
That's how you play the game, right there. Stick it in close and then knock in the birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank's 7th hole here at TPC Sawgrass. How do you break this one down?
Not overly long, 440 yards, but once again, it's a tee shot. If you're driving the ball well, that's fine. You just sort of blister it down there, but you're starting to lose one a little bit to the right. There's 3 pot bunkers there, and of course, if you're fearful of it going left, there's the canal all the way down the left side that'll get your attention.
This sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 7th hole. Frank, you've been there. What's the best way to approach this next shot at the 7th hole?
There's a lot of mounding on this 7th green, to the right and the left. You can use those mounds to kick the ball to the flag.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, 17 here at TPC Sawgrass gets all the attention when you look at the par threes, justifiably so. But number 8 is a daunting challenge in its own right.
It is longest of the 4 par threes, plus it's just littered with bunkers around the side, the back, and the front.
Terrific golf shot, and now that for an easy birdie. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, the 9th is really a good par 5, isn't it?
There's so many options here. Just play it away, sort of 3-wood it down there, then go to the right and sort of wedge it on the green. But it's very tempting, especially in the right wind conditions. And that's if they're coming over your shoulder for a right-hander from right to left. Then this par 5 is very reachable.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Frank, this is all about plotting your way around. Now the 3rd shot at the 9th.
Yeah, there's a reward for a precise short iron shot in here. If the pin's on the right or the left, precision pays off.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Let's get the back 9 started here at the stadium course at TPC Sawgrass and break down the 10th for us, Frank.
Well, it's similar to the opening hole. The 1st and 10th give you the same feeling where you feel awkward off the tee shot. Difference to the 1st hole, you've got to poke your tee shot towards the right side of the fairway here, turning it into a dogleg. And similar thing, now you're going back across the fairway to the green.
All right, Frank, now the approach here at number 10. What's the right way to play it?
Just avoid that bunker on the right and don't go too long and left. Over the back left is not an easy up and down. And safely on deck.
Birdie try up next. So a tester from 4 feet. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now the time to be aggressive. Par 5, 558-yard, 11th hole, Frank. What's the key here?
Tee it high and let it. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there. Beautiful looking shot right here.
Whoa, that is long.
That is just a beautiful shot. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
It's at sneaky distance.
hits eagle, makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
Here now, the 12th hole at the TPC Sawgrass. It's a 358-yard par 4, so short on the card, Frank, but obviously a challenge. What's the key here?
Once again, trying to find that right position on the fairway, and that's down the right side. Anything down the left, that mound is going to block your view. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle.
Now the approach to the 12th, Frank. What's the player looking at?
Well, it's a fun shot here for the second shot, especially if you've driven it down the right side, because then you can see the flag no matter where it is on the green.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Count that for a birdie. And Frank, we always like when they have the whole location back left and that ball trickles down, feeds. You can see some really good ones and maybe even an ace here.
Yeah, just like Mickelson a few years ago. Down there, it looked like it was going to flirt with the bunker, ran up and over the ridge, and in it goes. This is one where you have to play ground ball as well as high ball.
This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good putt. Frank, historically in this great championship, 14 has proven to be a pivotal hole.
Everybody focuses on the finish here, but you're absolutely right, Rich. This can be an absolute scorecard record because if you spin your drive left, the drop back, perhaps on the ladies' tees, you can make 6 in a heartbeat. You try and air to the right, you can make 6 from the mound. So a good drive down 14 gives you a chance for that fast finish.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Just a little tap in here. He's made it. Frank, the 15th hole certainly has the respect of the professionals.
But you're right, this is a positional hole where just keep the ball down the left center. You can't go too far, though, because you'll get blocked out or you'll run out of fairway. From there, it's really about knowing where the flag is, what position on this green, because this is another green that's not flat. If the second shot lands on the wrong portion of the green, it'll finish well away from the hole.
Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich. There's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. I'd love to get this one. Big putt for birdie. And if you're a couple of shots behind on Sunday, that final round, you're thinking about 3, and that's possible, isn't it?
Well, history's shown it has, Rich.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Great line. What a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Gorgeous shot inside of 5 feet.
Get high!
Don't let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, he's done it. That's an eagle right there. Tremendous effort. Through the years, Frank, there have been 6 aces here at 17.
But it's hard to imagine that the last one was back in 2002 by none other than the most interesting man in the game and probably the most interesting par 3 in the game.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That would be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Comfortably knocks it in.
Now one of the more difficult holes in golf. The 18th here at Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. In 2013, this hole averaged .39 strokes above par. What makes it so challenging, Frank?
Just that big body of water that's to the left of 18 here that's also shared to the right of 9. Not a single fairway bunker on this 18th hole. So really, lack of definition. It's so hard to find a target here.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot in there. Easy birdie.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it
20.
up. The pressure will
Amazing.
start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
$17 over and out. And also shout out to Disney Plus coming out in 2 days. Today is November 10th, 2019. Disney Plus comes out on November 12th, 2019. That's gonna be amazing. It's out there and pretty fresh. Got movies on there like Captain Marvel, my girl Brie Larson, and the Avengers Endgame. She's in that also. That's Captain Marvel. And it's about to be amazing. So yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to all the NFL games. Also shout out to all the NFL again today. NFL 100 season, week 10. I think it's week 10 or week 9, one of those two. And it's amazing games overall. So yeah, shout out to that. And my favorite team, of course, New York Giants versus New York Jets today. We have an amazing game too against them. So yeah, shout out to that. And all the other teams too have amazing games. And yes, with Disney Plus coming out in 2 days, or Kingdom Hearts, you already know Disney, Square Enix combined. That's the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and let's get for Kingdom Hearts 3 on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's time. It's been time. He should be on there like 10. He should have been on Sora. Should have been on Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Should have been on Super Smash Bros. Like 10 years ago. So yeah, at this point it's overdue. Let's get him on there, and let's keep moving. I want him on there. It's necessary, and let's do it. So yes, let's get it. Let's go. And also shout out to Supergirl. Supergirl season 5 episode I think 6 is coming out today. So that's gonna be amazing, exciting, pretty fresh, like I said it would be. And I'm Green Lantern too, so of course you know, Minaj and all that, representing DC Comics. Liz Benoist, Supergirl, it's just perfect. And yeah, just Minaj on that, and representing. And yeah, so shout out to that. And with all of that being said, CBT Naruto. Over and out.